go, there we 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 go. We are back, episode 4 of StarRupture. We're we're getting this rolling now. We've gotten through the first 3 episodes. We got through a lot of the basic stuff. Did a lot of the basic pieces and got a lot of the basic setup kind of out of the way. And we've got some really good setups, some really good little mini foundations and bases started and whatnot. And so now we're just kind of rolling. I'm just going to take my time a little bit. I started the stream. Usually I start at noon. Give a chance for some people to get in, get notifications that have gone out, things like that. So I'm not going to rush around right here in the beginning. Where are we at? We got to figure out where we're at though first. Okay. We just had a wave go through, and this drives me nuts. I can't wait till they get an update out so that they can fix this piece here, because it says that we should have something in our inventory that fits one of the recipes, and as you can see, we don't. I hate that kid. Dude speeds on his freaking crotch rocket through the neighborhood all the time, and they have busted him at least once, probably twice. Drives me nuts. Broken, welcome. Let's see, we got nothing. I don't think we have anything for any recipes that we need to update here. Looks like we're getting to the point, though, that we need to get some synthetic silicone. But again, we don't even have the recipes to do that. So even if we got this stuff in place, we need 700 wolfram plates, though. And I think we have that somewhere. Wild Wolf Workshop. Thanks for sharing the live and stopping by. Thank you, sir. Big time. Alright, so let's see where we're at here. Wild Wolf dropping the love, too. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that big time, dude. Let's see. Stabilizer, heat resistant sheets. We need glass. Glass is the next thing that we needed. However, did we unlock helium? We did unlock helium. So the one thing that we were trying to do is get the helium set up so that we could start unlocking things with the helium. And let's see, what do we have here? We were doing... Yay! Let's see, we still have 2 items that are open up there to... It's probably closer to Satisfactory than No Man's Sky. You're stuck on a single planet doing your deal and not multiple planets. There's no space flight whatsoever. There's a lot of things that are different. Maybe the art style? I don't know. I haven't played No Man's Sky in so long that I am probably the worst judge of that. Let's see. Okay, we were setting up... What were we setting up? Oh, we had a whole new piece that we were setting up here. We were trying to build... oh my God, what were we trying... See, if I'm going to have... I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to get a notebook and write these things down. But I may have to start doing that, because this game, if you go away from it for a little bit and then you come back and you see something half built, you're like, what was I building here? It'd be nice if they added like a little signpost or something that you could just write a little something on, or put a marker on it or something like that, so you had an idea. Even if it was just a symbol that you could put on it, it would be nice to have something like that so you could see it. That E350, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, if we were gonna do... So, if we were gonna make plates... and then we were going to make the other plates. We would have to ship over the glass. I think it's glass to make. See, and this is the thing that frustrates me. Bigger than life is that you don't have a way to see the recipes like in your inventory or in your menus. There's no recipe guide. So like I need to do these, and I need glass, and I think I need these two things and glass. So I'd have to ship glass over here to make these heat resistant sheets. And glass takes the helium and the calcium powder. So helium and calcium powder. And I should be able to just open up my menu and be able to see that stuff. That's what I think. I think I should be able to do that, but that's me. So calcium powder. Are we making calcium powder over here? That is the question. And where am I doing helium? I think I got helium going on over the edge over there. But I was building something over there too, and now I can't remember what I was building over there. Okay, that's ceramics. All of that is ceramics. And this is glass. No. This is the calcium powder. Sephirio Mist. Hey, welcome back. Oh, let me see. You got a new haircut. You told me guess. So what's up? Tell me good news. Tell me good news. It's got exclamation points, so it's got to be good news. Give me good news. That is so awesome. Rock on. Did you figure out what it was? You got to tell me what it was. You have no idea what it was. That didn't make any sense. Now I'm super confused. And it runs fine. Everything runs good for you now. Okay, I need helium-3 over here. So we need helium-3 here. Okay, I wasn't going to make the glass over here. So, like, did you get the full game and you were just having bad frame rates with the demo? Oh, that's so awesome. I am so happy for you. This game is a great game. I'm so glad that you get the chance to play it. That's awesome. I'm super jacked for you, though. That's awesome. So the demo was crap, but the full game is good. Alright. As long as you get to play it, I'm super psyched. That's so awesome. Yay! Good deal. That's so exciting. That made my day. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, because that made my day. Let's get the little buggies. We use these to make food. Well, we don't get yourself in trouble. We don't need that. No, we don't need anybody getting in trouble. But it'll be so awesome when you get home. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. Yay! Okay, what were we making here? Rods? We don't know what we were making here. What were we making here? Okay, so yesterday we finished here. So we had to finish up this, and I wanted to redo this so that it looked good and everything was lined up. Now I remember. But I don't remember what exactly we were making here. I know we took these two. We were pumping out the... I know they have multiplayer. It's so awesome that they have multiplayer on this game. I think it's so great. It's so cool that they do. Okay, so we've got titanium here. Was I gonna make plates? Because I could make plates, and I could run the plates up this way. And over here, I can make the wolfram plates, and let's see, and I can make the wolfram. Let's just make sure I got my gun on me. Okay, let's reload it. We're kind of reaching into territory we haven't really been yet, so there's buggies out here. Christy, welcome. Thank you for the like. Greg, welcome. Let's move this down so I can see people. Sorry, I get people in and then I can't see everybody's name and I miss people's names. So Greg, welcome. We're moving into territory we haven't been. As you can see, we haven't explored out here yet. I bet you are, Sephirio. That's so cool. I can't wait to hear from you tomorrow, and hear how much you enjoy this game. I can't wait. That's going to be so awesome. I'm excited. I'm super excited for you. So we have wolfram right here, and we're going to take the wolfram from here. We can make wolfram plates with part of it. Keely? The premise of the game is you are a like a criminal that has been sent to this planet to help explore it, and they haven't shared the full story, but right now you're a criminal, and you got here, and your deal is to make materials and send it to corporate in space. There's a little place in space. I can't see it right now, but you send it off to space. And then you unlock more stuff. But you have this huge, it's huge. It's a huge planet. And you explore and you build more of the story of previous corporations that have been here with their criminal people. Some people come here by choice, as like engineers or scientists or whatever. And yeah, so you basically are building your, if you've ever played Satisfactory, you're building your factory to ship stuff home. They don't have the end game stuff in yet, so people are speculating that the end game will be that you have to earn some kind of credits or whatever from the work you're doing on the planet to basically pay for your freedom. And so you have to explore, you fight the bugs that are on this planet, you find blueprints and things like that. See, here they are right there. You find blueprints to help you get more stuff done. And piece at a time, you build up and you get the story going. There's about half a story in here right now. And every so often, it's about every... Ooh, sneaky bastard. Every so often, the star here explodes. the star explodes and it wipes everything off of the planet except for like your buildings and the buildings. But it takes all the vegetation, strips all the vegetation, kills all the creatures, and that happens. I think it's every hour, maybe every 45 minutes or so in game, or not in game, but every 45 minutes or so, the star ruptures and big flame comes across and kills and destroys everything. And when it does that, all the bugs are gone, so you can do exploration a little easier if you don't like fighting the bugs. And then like places like where this sulfur is at over here, all the sulfur disappears and you can build there, but you can only do it right after the rupture. You can't do it when that fog is there. And there's certain caves and stuff that will open up right after the star ruptures that you can't get to until that point. So it's a mixture. It's a mixture of exploration, a mixture of base building, factory building, and exploration and fighting and stuff. And so really, 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 really fun. Honestly. Not I love Satisfactory. Satisfactory is a great game. Okay, I need to build a thingamajigger. Satisfactory is a fantastic game. I love the game. Just the downside is there's not a lot of reward for exploration, and there's not very much actual combat with Satisfactory. So this game kind of, for me, this game scratches that itch of getting a lot of those fun things. And you can only build inside where these towers are at, and they release the heat from the rupture, so your equipment will start working again. You can upgrade them so they work better. But then all the little alien bugs and stuff will attack it. And so you got to be careful in that aspect as well, so that you don't get, they don't take it over, because they can infect it and then basically take over the base the whole area that's within this tower. So it kind of sucks in that aspect too. A lot of fun little elements to this. I don't need this to cover all of those, because the problem is I don't know where that one ends. I think based off a distance here. Okay, let's do this. Let's raise it up. Okay, here, down 1, down 2. Put that down. Close that out, close that off, and then let's go back over here and just make sure I'm leaving that undefended, which might be a bad choice. But I want to make sure that I can build. Yep, it should be on sale. Absolutely, it's on a... Okay, let's... Fabricator. Okay, so these do... Okay, these lines do cross. Okay, good. That means I can build all in that area. Yay. Super excited. Spherio, I am so excited for you. Yeah, I got the added little founders kit too. It's a huge, it's actually a lot of help. You can either use it to, to get past a lot of the beginning game recipes that you would have to make, or you can save that stuff for later on and use those extra data points and things like that for later in the game. And so it's awesome. Love it. Okay, let's get the defenses put up on this thing, because One of these stupid little aliens is going to want to come over here and... Oops. Really? It only went that way? I just need you to come this way. There we go. Okay, let's get my platforms set up so they can't break into this thing and infect it super easy. That's the one thing that sucks when you get new ones put up. Yeah, I would suggest, being it's going to be the first time for you to really be able to get to play it. I take, because I need the initially even in the even skipping the tutorial and just going after it, I leave a lot of the stuff from the Founders Pack at the dropship, and then I'll go back and get it later, so I'm not missing anything, or I'm not using up my inventory space. Dave! Oh, shit. I did with the one thing I was trying not to do. I locked myself in there. All right. We need to put a spot here. Let's go like that. Okay, and then let's get a little bit of a base kind of set up here. Really? It's gonna do that to me, huh? Okay, well, we'll go this way with it a little bit and see if we can go on this side. Yeah, we should go on this side just a little bit. There we go. That'll get us going. That'll get us going. Okay, now this is where we get screwy because we can't... Yeah, we're going to go right there. And then I think... No, we'll have to use the non-supported, just the regular platform. Do that with it. Can we reach? Will that let us reach all the way over there? I bet it will. I bet it will. We just don't have to use as many resources. Oh, Sephirio, thank you for the heart. Appreciate that. Okay, is that... Okay, that does. Okay, sweet. Okay. Let me get out of the way here, though, so I don't... This is the bad part. I wish I could... I need to just get out of the way and then use the drone. The drone is best for doing bases. Well, I appreciate that, Spherio. Thank you. Thank you. Anything, if you're out in the wild, the drone is not overly helpful. But within doing bases, the drone is actually really good to help you out. Nope, it doesn't like that. It just wants that one piece right there. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to get these on there. We'll go that way and then that way, and I'll bring those this way. So the kicker here is I need to take this helium and I need to meet it up with that calcite right there. So I'm going to have to go put another tower over here somewhere. So one, I can get to that sulfur, and two, I can harvest all of that calcite, because I need to take this helium, that calcite, make glass. Then I take that over here to take this wolfram and make wolfram plates, and that titanium over there, make titanium plates, and meet them all together into another product. So complicated here. Probably way too complicated, but that's okay. We don't have the stuff to ship our stuff around yet, because I need the helium and I need the I need the plates to do that. Okay. Close that out, do that. I need to make some stairs so I can get up and out of this thing. And I did do, when in their update, they'd made a change here. Because you used to only be able to put like 2 stairs, and then you had to put a supported pillar, and then you could do more stairs. Now you can do 4 or 5 stairs to get all the way to the ground, and not be fighting it constantly with putting additional pillars in there. Which I'm so glad that they did, because man, it was so hard. All you could do was 2 stairs, and then you had to stop. Now I can put several and reach the ground. So I'm super happy that they made a quick little update to that. That makes me so much happier. All right, let's just cover that hole up. There's not a whole lot. I probably didn't need to build all this, to be honest, because I don't think there's a whole lot that I'm going to do here. I'm really just gonna ship it right off and down the stairs is what I'm gonna do with it. So what do I need to do here? I need to get it pumping. You know what I'm gonna do? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put some storage up here for, oh, we're using the base, so we need to just go ahead and use the dude. Okay. Kind of surprised it let me put that right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and just connect. Let's get all this connected so at the very least, it can start building up. Start building up some product for us. There. Let's see if I can just go from here straight. Can I get it? Can I get it? Yeah, you are my 7th fan member. I'm hoping, you know, by the end of February, maybe I can have my super fans maxed out. That would be really nice. Or not maxed out, but at least hit my goal for super fans. That would make me happy. Okay, so we're just gonna have to do this. Okay, so we need to do that, and then I need to bring it over here. What is it, Sephirio, what does it say it is? I can't remember what, I think I just went off of the default, and I can't remember what the default was. Okay, $9. Okay, that's what it should have been. Okay. Okay, so now we've got that built. We've got it going there. We need to take this. I want to take this. I'm not going to be able to go. I never can remember what down is. Nope. Not alt. Shit. Okay. How far out can we make that reach? Okay, can go all the way out there. Theocles is awesome. That's well worth it. I'm glad you support him. I love his content. He's got some great content. Okay, we need to put a wind turbine up here. We'll put 2 up here. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so wind turbines, that gets that pumped up. That has those pumping up. Let's get this pumped up. Let's get it going. Okay. All right, so now we're going to pump. We're pumping up the helium-3. Woo, woo, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, so from here, we need to build. Oh, they're going to attack this, though, right away. We need to go deal with this area first. I got to take that thing out. I got to... All right, let's do a little bug hunting. Buggy bugs. I got to make sure I watch that, though. The star's going to rupture. We started the game, and the star had just ruptured, so we're good for at least another 15 minutes or so. Okay, where are you little losers at? I can't start building, because as soon as I start building, without making sure this area is clear, there they are. Worst time to have to reload. Was that it? Was that all that was going to show up right there? What? There's definitely more than that. Okay, well, we got to get rid of this. We got to take care of this thing. It'll unlock some stuff for us, so we're going to pop it real quick. Get rid of this. Get our rifle back out. You can execute it from the top right there, so no big deal. Okay, usually they come from over here, but are they gonna surprise me? Yep, there they are. Gotta get those blue guys. If you don't get those blue guys, that sphere of stuff they do, it takes your shield down and starts infecting you, and it totally sucks. So you always got to go after the blue guys. Always. They're like the first ones you got to take out. Is that it? Oh, there. There we go. Whoop, whoop. Get off that. Pick up our goodies, because these are data points. Bailey, welcome. Yay. Okay. Make sure I didn't miss anything out here. There's some right there. There's one right there. I thought I saw a blue one out here somewhere. No. Down here. There it is. I did see a blue one. Got it. And that's it. Okay. So that unlocked a huge chunk of our map so we can see what's what. Makes it way easier to see what's going on. Okay, now we can take this down. Get all of our stuff back. Oh, look at that. I missed one right there. Okay. Now we have to build another one of these. And let's get the drone out so we can see what we're doing. See, this is the crappy thing. I definitely have to have that in my area of influence. So, okay, there, and then 1, 2 down. Okay, that does that. Now, I'm gonna want to do. I want to use all this area in here as well to build. So I'm gonna do this. Stefan, hey, thank you for the like. I appreciate that big time. Thank you very much. Marvelous Viking. Okay, so we've got these 4 set up for a nice big fat area to build up here. Seferio, thank you for the likes. Thank you very much. So that'll get us set up here. Okay, so we need a base over here somewhere. I need these first and foremost. Ed the Wolfman is back. Hey, thank you, Ed. Appreciate it. Okay. So we've got a lot of stuff that we could run around and find really quick, but I want to get this stuff working and moving so I could get all of this stuff together to make these ceramic heat shielding, because it's like the big piece that I need to start moving forward. And cool. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time to pop on in. I appreciate that. All right, I need to kind of decide. I don't want to make it all high up here, so if we... Let's see. Let's try... Oh, do I not... Oh, I can't. I don't have another thing. So, okay, cool. All right, let's do this. Let's go max height on this piece right there. We're going to hit Y. Y locks it at the Z level. So it locks it at that level. So I can walk this around and I can see where my max height is going to be. So if I do that, I know that that's where it's going to be. And then I can work out this way and say, okay, that's about as far as I want to go that way. And how far can I go this way? I can't really go very far that way. So let's just kind of keep going. I could go further. I would have to like extend the, I'd have to, wow, that, yeah, I'm going to have to, I don't know if I want to do that. That's really, really tall. This is the lowest spot. Let's do that. And let's lock it there. And let's come back this way. And let's do it here. That should get me a little more room. Okay, let's work ourselves this way, because we're going to want to bring all of this up, and we need to turn it into blocks, and then we need to turn it into powder, so we can, yeah. Okay, we can't build in there because that's one of those caverns I was talking about. So yeah, oh, okay, this is working great. I'm gonna have a huge area that I can build off of, because that's covering all of this. That's higher than that rock. It's higher than that rock. It's taller. Come on, come on. I think it's taller than that rock. So that's awesome. Okay. Whoop whoop. All right, let's go take down these other ones. Now that I've got my height figured out, because the height matters. The height, if you're trying to build, I personally, all me, I don't like having to have too many levels. I like my stuff to be as flat as I can get it. Now I'll make a big parking lot and build on it, and if I need, I'll drop down one level, but on that one level will be its own. It'll be its own stuff that's there. So it won't be a bunch of mishmash of items. Is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. I don't like to have I don't like to have a parking lot that's like massive and then it's building 15 different things all on the same area. Like I'm okay with like having a lower area and it would be making the blocks, and then come up one level and it would be doing, something different. But it's just, I just find that if you get too much fun stuff going on all at one time on one big block, and I'll probably end up having to break this up some as well, because you get them too big and then it starts having problems every time you put something down. So I may have to split this in half somehow. I'm going to wait and see. Let's just wait and see how much room I need. Let's go ahead and get some power put on these. We'll put it over here. 2, let's do 3. 3 should be more than enough. Let's go ahead and get some. Oh, we've only got 693. We're probably going to run out of ore, or out of building material here. Let's see. That one. That one. And this one. I think that's all we've got right here. So let's go ahead and get them connected. We'll put this right there. And we'll grab that one. Put it there. We'll grab this one. And these rail lines, they move power. Okay, so you're not, you don't have to be worried about, you don't have to set power right like next to where you're going. Let's see. T8s, welcome. I want to bring that one over here. I don't know how far that can go, though. I may have to actually come to, like, right here. And then take it and put it... let's put it right here. We'll just put it in the middle. Let's use this. The drone will do us better. Gotta remember to use the drone. Can I step out one? Nice! I can! Yay! Alright, then let's use this here. I want it right there. That. Right there. Let's get a little closer. There. To. There. We'll come off of there to that side right there. Okay. I gotta go remind myself what these were. No, you can't remove the rocks. A lot of the rocks though, you actually can build right through them. You can just clip right through them, no big deal. So I'm not. For the most part though, the rocks don't bother me. All right, so that's a 1 for 1. And this one is a 1 for 1. And this one is a 4. So we've got 8. We can put down 8. Put down 8 smelters. Damn it. You know what? Let's see what we can do with stairs over here. Let's get fancy. We could probably do it right there. Super easy. Yep. Super easy. Okay. So we can go 4 and 4. And we could do the sneaky way. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's. I'm definitely not going to have enough because it's 100 per, and I don't even have. I'm not going to start that. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We need to go back, and we'll take a. Do I need? I'm trying to remember what I need. If I need to take any of the helium with me, just hand carry it. I don't think I do, honestly. Let's take a drink of water, and then let's top ourselves off. Okay. Let's see if we can get up this. Oh, come on, really? It's bogus. Eventually, I'm going to learn to put more stairs in. All right, let's just take a quick look. I just want to take a quick look, make sure I don't need to bring any. You know, I recommend this game. I really do. It's got a lot of stuff for different people. And my wife, who has never played a factory game before, she actually enjoys this game. So even for somebody who's a brand new factory player, she likes a lot of the exploration, and the combat is enough to keep her going. And so, and she's not a factory game person. I mean, she's just not. And she's actually been enjoying this as well. So I think just about anybody would like to do it. Okay, we need those plates, but I'm making them over there. Okay, right now we don't need any of that stuff. Let's do these really quick so we don't lose these for any reason. So it's always a good idea that everywhere you put down a base core, okay, you build this piece around it so it's protected. The little green guys can't spit at it, and for the enemy to attack it, they really have to work at it. And then always put down a habitat. And for 2 reasons. One, if you're out exploring, as you can see here, I've got a whole bunch. I just opened this area up. All the little stuff that I loot and pick up, and the drops that come from the aliens and stuff. If you get your inventory full, you can always go to the nearest habitat and drop them all off. And so you can turn it in and do the research, or you can put it in a box, a storage box or something like that, and you can keep exploring. At the same time, if you get out exploring and you're screwing around too much and you forget that this game is called StarRupture, you at least have some place to run to really quick. If you always keep a meteorite heart on you and at least 500 basic building material wherever you're at, just drop a tower, drop a habitat and a door, and get inside of it. Just a couple little tipsies from me. Okay. We're prepping to build shit here. We set this up last night, got it all organized, and then off we ran. Because then we realized that We needed we need other stuff first. So that's why we're we've had a squirrel moment. It's like, oh hey, let's build. Oh, squirrel. We had to finish the other build. We had to do this instead. And yeah, so here we are, doing the usual. Factory games, they take a little. I mean, honestly, it's like any game. We all have our games that we like and don't like, and I'm eclectic in a lot of the kind of games that I play. There are the number of hours that I have put into Satisfactory is it's not as bad as say what I've put into 7 Days to Die, but it is kind of obscene, to be honest, of how many hours I've run around Satisfactory building a freaking factory, and that's it. I mean, that's all you do in that game is just build a factory. There's not a lot of anything to that game, and so I have spent obscene amount of hours playing that game and building factories. But for me and my mindset, it actually is kind of relaxing. And when you get it right, and everything is working perfect in a factory game, there is some serious like accomplishment feelings there that I like it. Oh yeah, yep, and it gave me the warning. You can actually see it if you're out there in spots, and there's spots on the ground. You can hear, if you don't hear the warning, Marty, aloha. If you don't hear the warning, and all of a sudden you can hear it through the wind howl, and if you see the plants will start to blow in one direction, and so then you definitely know that the rupture's coming. Getting close to 600 hours in 7 Days to Die. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. You're getting there. You're getting there. When you hit that first 1,000, you'll be like, holy cow. And then when you hit that 2,000, see in the oh, Marty sent a heart. Thank you, Marty. Rock and roll. When you hit that 2,000 hour mark, that's a fun one, because we'll let this pass. As a project manager, you calculate one person and their hours are 1,850 working hours in a year for one person. So if you're planning a project and you're hiring, multiple people, you then have, 1,850 hours times whatever number of people, and that's how many hours you're going to expend in a year. So when I hit that first 1,850 hours in 7 Days to Die, I'm like, yeah, I pretty much just spent a work year playing this game. Now I'm up to like 4,700 hours in it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I've spent a lot of time playing that game. What do I play? Marty, I play StarRupture, 7 Days to Die, The Last Caretaker, Surrounded. Is another game that I love to play. I'm waiting for the next big update on Surrounded. And then there's this game. This StarRupture came out here in January, and other than 7 Days to Die, I've got a problem. I'm kind of addicted to this game. I can't put it down. It's bad. It's really bad. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm a super fan of 7 Days to Die. I am. That game is so much fun to me. I have a blast with it, and I play it 5 days a week, 6 days a week. I've been vaporized by that stupid star probably 6 times now in total, between all of the games that I've played of this. And I've had probably 4 games going before I made a big mistake and I thought I was deleting a single save and I deleted the whole session and lost, I don't know, 70 hours of building on this planet. I was in tears. I'll be honest. I was. The whole family thought something devastating happened at the house. They were like, "What is the problem?" I'm like, "I just lost everything." I think that StarRupture actually just adds some flair to the game. I mean, honestly, I think it adds a cool little added piece to the game. Um, okay, let's see. What do we what? Okay, we're headed back because we don't have any building materials. We need building materials. We gotta go. Yeah, I made a ridiculous freaking pun last night somehow. Or yesterday, somebody was telling dad jokes and they were talking about what's a fish with no eyes, and then they were like, it's a meaning you just pronounce the word fish without the I, and I'm like, oh, you're so coy. It was pretty bad. It was funny though. I think it was funny. Oops, that's not what I want. I need building material. Where's my there? It is. The building materials over here. Oh, man. Yeah, there's nothing worse than that happening. Holy cow. My daughter, she's a big Sims fan. Had a big, huge Sims fan, and her computer, I don't know, a few months back, it completely died, and there was thousands and thousands of hours of Sims and DLC and all kinds of stuff on it. I thought for sure she was just gonna have a total meltdown. Got a question for me that's not a joke, but sounds like a joke. All right. I promise I will act like it's a joke. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ask away. Yeah, she was pretty freaking sad. She was she was pretty she's pretty sad over the whole thing. Where are these making from? They're making here. Let's get rid of some of that. Get rid of some of that. Oh, I'm getting likes from somebody. Who's out there dropping them likes? Let's see. If we humans play Dungeons and Dragons, what game do Dungeons and Dragons play? Man, come on. That is a joke. You know that's a joke. You're not gonna fool me. Thought it up yesterday. Can I get a... I have no idea what HY and some wacky looking symbol HA is. I really, really wish I could read better in other languages. But you could get a hey, if that's what you're after. Hey, meh. Hey, me. They play households and humans. Man, come on now. You knew that was a joke. You playing games. You knew that was a joke. I knew that was a joke. We all knew that was a joke. Okay, I have to focus. Focus. I gotta focus. See, I got squirrel mode going on right now. I'm running around like with my brain cut off. I don't know what I'm doing. What the hell we going? Hey, what's going on? Yeah, that's it. I'm totally. Hey, what's going on? What the hell am I doing here? What game were we playing again? Yeah, that's it. I made a whole bunch of ammo at some point. Yeah, let's get that put in there. Let's top our ammo off. We want to do that first, and then we'll put that back there. Okay. Woo! Let's focus. We need to be focused on this. Heat resistant sheets, stators, stabilizers. Glass. Glass is 1 and glass is 2. And that's more inventory spots, and that's the large habitat, which, in all honesty, doesn't matter. We need to get to this mega press because it does all the good stuff. And we need this sulfur stuff here. So we need glass. Now, if we go back over here and we look up furnace and we look up glass, we need the helium and we need the calcium powder, which is back over where we were working at. So we need to run back over there. Okay, now we have an idea of what we're doing. We're headed over to the place where we were just at. Now that we've got more building material, we are going to go for another run, because in this game, we do a lot of running. A lot of running. Scott's in the house. Watch out. I can't wait till I can find some more, some of the better lem sticks, because those can up your stamina and your stamina regen, and it'll help you run way better. Scott, how are you doing today? What is today? Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Unless you're in Australia, and then it's Happy Saturday. So happy day, everyone. Oh, Marty, I missed your GG. You sent me the heart, but I missed your GG, Marty. I'm sorry. Buzz Light, welcome. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. We all need I need a beer. That's what I need. I need a beer. I could really use a beer. But it's not, it's 1 o'clock. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I don't have any, though. I don't have any beers. Furio, man, I sure hope you got some sleep last night, because you are not getting any sleep this weekend. 3 p.m. in New Hampshire. How much snow do you guys have? You guys are supposed to get more snow again this weekend, aren't you? I got the weekend off. I know, but Safirio, you're gonna go to work on Monday with like the biggest bags under your eyes. Trust me, I have to force myself to go to bed at night. I am so addicted to this freaking game right now. It it's borderline bad for me right now. I'll be honest. That's how addicted to this freaking game I am. Okay, we need 8 of these. 8 of these is right here. Oh, you got a 4-year-old? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're there. You're there. Okay, so we want... I don't think we can go all the way. Yeah, we can. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4... Now we're going to split it the other way, and we're going to line it up. You know, let's use the drone. Drone is easy. We got 2 feet from the last storm. Another 2 feet coming. Yep, that's I watch a guy called TY. Hello and welcome. Marcus, cool, welcome. Ryan Hall, y'all. And he is in Kentucky, I think. And he does a lot of the storm reporting, snow, weather. I like him because he does, it's 100% really, it's unbiased. It's not like what you watch on the news. And he goes pretty in depth. He goes over all of the different weather models and things like that. And so, yeah, he's been talking about the storms and the cold and all the stuff that has been going on. Okay, we need to switch to these. We need to go out a little further here. All I'm doing is just, I got to make the turn. Do I need to make the turn? I don't need to make the turn. I can just come right out and hit back in the middle again and just hit the furnaces. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, shit. I screwed up. I can't build on this, and so all of these actually need to move over at least 1. Biscuits. Biscuits and gravy. Now, will it let me take this one all the way? It will. Okay. So we had to come. Let's do this. Smelter. We want to come in on this side, and we needed to be... Okay, so we were right on the edge. We're right on the edge. We needed to come in... Let's just go in 2. And we go 1 more. Right? Ty, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that big time. Spit that around. And we'll do it there, right? Right, that's input. Okay. And then we'll fill in the gaps. And we're good. Okay, now we should be, let's get back to using the drone. I got to remember to use the drone in the base. When you're building the base, the drone is definitely the easier way to go. When you're out in the wild, you got to do it other ways. But when you're in the base area, the drone just makes this so... I'm not even doing that. Makes it so much easier. Okay. And then let's fill back in the center. The only thing that's kind of hard sometimes is if you're not careful, if you're sitting like this, you can sometimes mess up that tile is actually one up from the actual level. So you've got to just kind of be a little careful when you're using the drone like this, because it will screw you up big time. I've done it several times. I've had whole platforms built and just jacked it all up. Okay, how many furnaces can I get away with? All right, let's not do that just yet. Okay, so these are all going to spit out calcium, and they're going to be 1-for-1s. So, meaning when I say 1-for-1, I'm getting one item per second. It's really weird how they label this, because they go ×2 for 2 seconds, which I don't know who came up with that, but okay, it just should be one per 1 second. I'm getting a 1-for-1 is basically what I'm getting. Every 1 second, I'm pumping out a block. So that's what I'm trying to look at when it comes to what can I handle at the next level. Okay, that's already been selected. That was selected. So now I need to get a furnace because I'm making calcium powder. And actually, I can do it this way. Yeah, I can do it this way. And then we don't have to do that. So I'm out. Oh, am I really? This is... Oh. I got to put another core in here. Hey. Can you... Hang on 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. I got a game for my wife, and we share the computer. Oh, Safirio, you're in so much trouble. If you hit lock level, it would keep all the blocks at that level. I'm gonna go with Padula. Hopefully you're still there. You can, but we're gonna try it. Hang on, we're gonna try it. Let's do this for. Oh, I need to do this first. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's put this up. So apparently I wasn't as good as I thought I was. See, that one ends right there, and this one ends right there. I don't know how I ended up with a hole right in the middle of a couple of feet, because I could have honestly taken that one this way. But if I take that down, it's going to screw everything up. I'm going to do this. Now I can hit T, and that holds it where it's at, and then I can turn around and look, and I can see where it reach in there. I almost bet you I'm going to have a freaking hole right there in the middle. Almost bet you. I really should probably move that down here. I'm going to move that down there. Yeah, I don't want there to be a hole right there. Okay, let's do this first. Hit Y. And then we'll go set this right there. Okay. Alright. So let's see. If I do that and I do this, and then I take this and I oops. and I hit Y, so it locks the level of that block. Okay, I know that. Now, if I switch to the furnace, oh, it did. It stayed locked. All right, all right, all right. I did not know that. So, good call, good call. Thank you, Padula. Thank you very much. Saved me some get it all screwed up kind of way. Let's get out of the way and hit C so we can see. I'm gonna try 4. Okay, first off, let's look here. If we're doing calcium powder, it's 3. Okay, so it's still 1 to 1, but it takes 3 to make 1. So it would take 3 of these. I'm horrible at this kind of mathematics. Why do I like games that have this kind of mathematics in it? I'm going to leave it at 4. Why is there a gap right there and there's not right there? Because those are offset. Because I wasn't paying attention. I can look at this one and I can hit Z. And we can try this again. Okay. All right, now we can put in our connectors. Let's lock that in place. I do play 7 Days to Die. I will be playing at 6 Eastern time. It'll be 6 U.S. Eastern time. 4 U.S. Mountain Time is when I start playing 7 Days to Die. So you can catch the 7 Days to Die series then. I do need to get my schedule updated so that you guys can see an actual schedule, because did I totally break time? Okay, hang on. We're bringing in from there, we're coming out from here. We come in from here, and we're coming out from here. And I got these going the wrong direction. This game is called StarRupture. It's a mix between a factory game, a base defense game, and with exploration added into it. If you are not a fan of factory games of any sort, if you despise factory games, you're probably not going to like this one, because there is a lot of factory building in it. If you don't mind it, though, and you just wish games like Satisfactory had more factory building in them, then this is definitely... Satisfactory with some survival. There you go. Thank you. That's a great way to put that. Satisfactory with some survival. Roman, thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that big time. Hope to see you when we play 7 Days tonight. I'm excited to see you there. We are having a lot of... we're having a lot of fun torturing ourselves with that game. Okay, I screwed that up again. Are you kidding me? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, we're bringing our input of the raw material in here. We're spitting out the blocks, and then we're taking the blocks down and putting the blocks in here. Now, so on this side, we're bringing the blocks down, and we're putting the blocks in here, and we still have it faced in the wrong direction. Because that's not, doesn't need to be there. That does. All right, look at that piece. Hit Z. It brings it back. Nope. Come on now. No, you're going to be like that. Ooh, okay, biggest question. Man, it better be a big question. Be fool of me. Other way. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we've got it. Now we've got things going the right directions. Yes, so we're coming from here. No, what do you do? What do you do? What the hell are we doing? Okay, I think I want to take this one down. We're going to reroute this. Yes. Yes, everything that you... So, at least currently... what the hell is going on with my... What is this? What is that? Okay, let's see how bad this gets. Yeah, all my... Okay, all right, quick pause. Quick pause. Screen's gonna go black on you. It's coming back, I promise. I just, for some reason, it started acting up all crazy. That's nuts. Okay, let's try this again. That was really weird. Just random started doing it. Yeah, it would. I don't know if they're going to keep it that way. Okay, I don't want to say that they're going to keep it where you get 100% resources back. Let me see if I hit new game. Do you set? Yeah, there's no difficulty setting. So, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they do that or not, though. I mean, if they put like a difficulty setting, which then changed the resources you got when you took something down and you got less of them, that would definitely up the difficulty quite a bit. Okay, you gotta go. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Let's see if it fixes it this time, though. There we go. That was really odd. Just randomly started acting up like that. Okay, let's do this again. Like, it would be, you know, it would be interesting to add a difficulty setting. So, like, the a permadeath would be cool. Changing how often the star ruptures would be pretty slick. Changing what the star rupture destroys would be interesting. Like, when it goes, it destroys all of your resources. You know, if there's anything that's on the rails that's out in the open, it would take those, it would destroy those off of the rails. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, because that would be an interesting thing to have it do. We'll see what they do with it. I'm looking forward to the next update well, the first content update. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. And the reason I'm interested is I can see when you there's like so that big thing out there that's right above where my cursor's at. That big piece out there, it's in the radiation zone. So clearly there is more stuff built in the game that we just can't get to yet. And more story piece or something like that. So again, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they've got, planned. I think it's going to be a lot of fun stuff. I think there's a lot of really cool plans. They've got their roadmap set up. So that's pretty slick. So you can go look at the roadmap. See what some of the plans are. They do have end game listed. They just don't have what end game looks like or what is going to be items for end game. It would be really cool, I think, if there was a way to pay off like your debt. So if you're a criminal or something like that, you get X number of materials and you can pay off your debt. There's a game called Planet Crafter. Planet Crafter is a game that I think is really fun. And it's kind of got the same premise. You are okay, I've got nowhere for this stuff to go. That's why. Okay. I think it's another one where you're a criminal. And you earn enough like coins for the end game so you can be rescued. But there's something at the end of that story that's like, yeah, you're not actually going to go home. You're not allowed to actually leave. So I would be curious if maybe part of the end game piece is another planet or something like that. Other maps would be really cool. That's the one thing. That's one of my biggest gripes about Satisfactory still to this day after all of this time. Satisfactory's been out. They literally only have that one map. That's it. Your whole Satisfactory experience after all of these years is that one single map. And they haven't changed where any of the resources are located. Well, they did a couple little ones recently in like the last year. But outside of that, everything is exactly in the same spot. So you get to a point where you're making stuff up for yourself to do because you know where all of the resources are at. You know where everything's at. You know how to get to all of it. You know where every node is at. You know everything. And to me, that's a strong way to kill replayability. You gotta give something fresh. You gotta give me a reason to want to come back and play your game. And just, yeah. And so that's where Satisfactory kind of went south for me. Is I know where all the nodes are at. I know where all of the stuff is hidden. I know where everything can go. And so it's like, well, that doesn't do anything okay, I know where it's all at. There's no new experience there. Yeah, I mean that truly is it. I mean, it's just how much more efficient can you get, but because the game has been out for so long and um, there's so much on the internet for it. I mean, there's a whole like factory builder. Like you can put in what you have, what nodes you're on, how much you got inventory, if you have any of those little things that you can make that increase productivity, and it literally will break out the entire workflow for you. And it'll lay the whole thing out. And all you have to do is just go in the game and build it. You don't even have to try. And so that's a piece that I used it one time, and I'm like, okay, well, now that I can have a perfect factory, why am I still, what's the point? There's no, it removes a lot of the, what do they call it? The mystery, the discoverability. And so for me, at the very least, it would be nice if Satisfactory dropped just a new map. Give me a new map. Something different for me to stare at. That's all. And I'm sure that's just bitching. Just me bitching. I'm just whinging about some shit to whinge about some shit. Okay, we need this to come up to... Can I get it? Right there. Yes, I can. Okay. All right, we are making glass, right? Okay, so what do we need? We need 2 calcium powder and 1 helium. Each one of these produces 3 calcium powder at a time. And there, so we get, this is that mathematics crap I hate so much. We're getting 12, right? We're getting 12 every piece. And so we use 2 for glass, so we can do 6. Oh, shit. We can do 6. That seems like a lot. That seems like a whole lot. We're gonna try it. We're going to try it. Okay, so now, here's our output. So this is going to be our new input. I'm working it in my brain here. Let's do this. Furnace, and then... Okay, so that's going to be our new input. That's 1. Okay, I think I want to do this different. I can be far more efficient if I use 2 separate pieces to bring materials in. And I can't do them on the same lane. So I've got to give room. Let's hit Y. So we lock this at the right level. Thanks, Padilla. Thank you very much. We need to move it out one. Ah! Quit! Quit! Alright, we gotta go. We gotta do a little hunting. Where do you guys keep coming from? Any more you losers out here? I don't see any more. And I came all the way down here, and I need to go over here. Okay. Let's try it again. Alright, so I could do this rail connector here. Come on. And I think I can go down just one. But I have to offset. That's the key. Because I can't do that because one can't go around the other. So then I can do full height right there. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we got it. Okay, these are the inbounds. Let's get it up there. All right, we gotta lock it in so we don't lose it. Okay, and then we can do 3 on each side because we said we could do 6. We're gonna see if that works. Okay. Nope, we're gonna have to get rid of some floor pieces. Okay, so we're going to do that in the center, and we're going to offset the other ones. All right. Center mouse wheel button in, and then we can drop down the height. Mouse what? Mouse button. Come on. Come on, click. Down 1. Okay. All right, let's put some flooring down before I fall through. I don't know why mine kind of freezes when it's saving. It drives me bonkers. I don't know why it does it. Okay, let's see if we get this right on the first time. All right, we're gonna go from here to here, and that we're going to go on that end, and that we're going to go on this end. And we're going to take this and go here, and again we're going to go right on the end, and we're going to take that, and we're going there, and we're going to go right on the end, right on the end. Because then this one is going to go there, and there. And then we're going to take that to there. And all right, so now we need to bring that over here. Oopsie. I see you. I saw you. Okay, so we're gonna have to get that. We're gonna have to get a turret put in here at some point. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. All right, we need glass. That's what we're after. Glass. 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 And glass. And the last one, glass. I don't know if that had been smoother sitting on this side or not. It's offset either way, so. All right, and then we will have, here it comes. Here we go. Oh, I'm so glad it cuts through that. Wow, that would suck if that was the piece that held it up. Thank goodness that works. All right, so it will clip through the rail. As long as the rails won't clip through each other, but the product will clip through the rail. So lucky. Sure lucky. All right, now we got to set up. What we don't have is where this stuff goes sorted. So now we need to set that up. Okay, let's hide back here just a little. Bugs can't just jump right on top of our head. Let's go. We got to do this and then use the drone. Okay, now we want this. I need to get that stuff this way. But I could bring it up this way and come to here. One, two. I could bring it right across there. Ooh. One, two. And then set regular. Set regular. Set regular. Now, take that out. There. We're going to run it that way. This way. Take that. We're going to go up. That straight across. Please work. Yes, it will. Woo! Look at us being fancy. Fancy. Okay, let's drop that out of the way, and we do need... We need storage for this, so let's do that. Why is that not... Are we bugging out again? We're tripping again. That was weird. Glass, glass, glass. All right. Actually, I could probably do this and maybe save some bottlenecking. Yeah. We're going to get rid of that one. There. That saves a little bottleneck. That's way smoother. Smooth. Okay, what do we not have over here that we need? A habitat. So let's get ourselves a habitat. Habitat. Let's get a habitat. Before we get ourselves a bad things happen. Okay, all right, let's build out our habitat here. So we always put this right by the door. And problem is I put my tower right by the door. So we're gonna have to do this. Let's go do this real quick. Let's do this. Let's have some fun with this one. Okay. And then we could put that right there. We could put the limb station right there. There we go. Woo! I'm blind! I'm blind! I cannot see! Ah! I'm gonna say it again because I say it every single time I see this. I would be terrified. Terrified if this was me in real life. The weekend has officially started. Oh. All right, let's finish getting our... let's do that, so at least we're here in case we die. Let's finish getting our base set up. We need our... that piece, and we need that piece, and we need that, and we need that, and we need our food. I've died twice. It's not that hot down there. Well, I hope to never find out one way or the other. We'll put a couple right there. That'll let us put some stuff up. Do we have anything here? No. Do we have anything here? What do we need here? What do we need here? Okay, we need glass. So we need more glass. We need 100 glass there, and the fabricator here needs 200, so we need 300 glass, and there's another 200, so there's 500. We need 500 glass, and then who needs... Does anybody... Yep, you need glass. So we got to sell some. You need glass. Okay, so we need 500 glass to bring into here. There's 4. There's 5. So let's go get this done so we can open up these other pieces. And we don't have to worry about this no more. We can make applicators now. Okay. We don't have the synthetic silicon. We don't have the electronics. We don't have the chemicals. We don't have the hardening agent. We can now make applicators. And we need to make wolfram. We need 700 wolfram plates. Okay. And then we need to put some things to ship those off. And then heat resistant. We need at least 1 for heat resistant, stabilizers, and stators. Okay. Okay. Let's do this because I like it. We're gonna do this. I've got that set up so we can go. I think that's, yeah, okay. 1 there. We can do 1 there. Come on, you could get 1 more close this way. There. What the fuck, monkeys? Okay. From there to there, from there to there, there to there, from there to there, from there to there. From there to there. All right, we got all that set up. All right, so we'll turn this one on. Because that'll load 100 from that. Saving. I think we can turn this one on. And it'll load 100 from here. I think I can get away with turning this one on. And what do we got going on? So we're feeding 2, we're feeding 1. So you've got all 100 of yours. Okay. So we can take that single 100 and we can put it here. And there we go. Now, everybody should stay fed. It drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely bonkers. Now, we did have somebody stop by and tell us, though, that when we're building, okay, doesn't matter what we're building, if we hit the Y, okay, and that locks it at the height so that we don't, wherever we go, we're at the same height as what we're at, right? And if I hit B and I come back in here and I hit a different thing to build, it locks it still at that same height. I thought when you switched, it turned it off, but it doesn't. And even when I switch to the drone, it still has got it locked at the same height. So why is your friend? Y and T are your friend. Because if you're doing this and I hit T, I can move my camera and that stays at its spot. And as soon as I hit T again, it takes it off of that location. So, Superio, thanks for sending the Go Populars. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, so we're going to let this run because we've got to let these get done doing their thing. We need to go over... oh, was that 20 minutes ago? Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Y'all got to learn to forgive me for stuff like that because I get squirreled and I'm focused on the screen and then I don't look over there and I look at the chat. The chat's at the bottom and I look at the top and at the top is where everybody's names are. And right there in the middle is where it gives me those little things. But thank you anyway. I appreciate it. Just got bones at work. My belt is clogged. Well, you better go deal with the bones. Them bones, them bones. There's a song, Dem Bones. Is it an alternate rock song, or is it... Who sings that? Dem Bones. That's a song. I know it's a song. Okay, so now we need this stuff to go over here. Do we need... You know what? Literally, it's faster to just go like this. And look at it this way. All right, so we need the glass that we're making over there. We need titanium sheets and wolfram plates, which we can make right here. Yes. 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 And Christy's back. Hello, Christy. Which is the key that I'm looking for? Excavators. All right. We're going to put that there. We're going to put that one there. And we've got one. Is it just one that's back here? Oh, yeah. They absolutely, if anything, I'm telling you, man, they absolutely have to put in like a recipe book. When I hit here, there needs to be one more tab right here. One more little piece right here. Because you can do this, right? And this gives you story items and your blueprints that you go find. But it doesn't give you, even when I hover over the blueprint for it, it doesn't give me the recipe. So I have no idea what that recipe is. There's only two ways to find out. Either you have to put the item down, the machine down that builds it, and look that way, or you have to go look at the recipe machine. But both of them, you have to go somewhere else to go do it. And it would be just nice to open this, and if I've unlocked it, there should be another piece right here, or it should be listed in here, and I can just hover over it, and it shows me the right items. And then I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to go all over the place just to find the recipe that I should be able to find super easy. Right? If that's a quality of life thing, I really hope they put in this game. Like in the next release, hope they put it in the game. Because it's driving me batshit crazy that I have to find other ways to understand the recipe. And they don't even have the rest. Like if you tried to open up on a separate screen something where the recipes are at, they don't even have the recipes online yet. And the ones that I have seen are wrong. So it just doesn't work. Okay. All right. So we need to make wolfram plates here. I want you to go this way. I want you to go that way. Okay, you can fit here. No, why are you going towards me? Go away from me. Okay. Okay, so that's the line that I'm on. I want to go from all the way over here. Why are you doing that? 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 Okay, we'll just do it that way. All we're doing is making plates, so we just need to be able to fit. The music is pretty decent. Sometimes, though, it can be a little loud. And I had to turn their talking off because the other characters in the game, they start talking, and I'm trying to listen for bugs or something like that, and it doesn't work for me. All right, so I just want to finish filling this out. Right, okay, we're just going to do this one at a time until I'm unhappy. Now I'm unhappy. And then we'll put this down, and we'll do it, that's right on that line. That's what I want. So we'll do it like this. Okay. I think that's all I want to do, right? We're on the line right there. Okay. And then we'll just pop these around in here. And the rest of it we'll handle with regular platforms. Okay, we just want this. Just too wide, too wide, too wide. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. What is with the random? Okay, so these right here are supported platforms. That is these right here, the supported platforms. The pillar supports, you can build them directly on the ground, but you can't put a supported flat platform on top of a pillared support. You can put pillar supports on top of supported platforms. So in order to get your base higher, you see this right here where you can see there's a break right there. That's basically saying that's kind of your limit. The next one or two over, you're going to be outside of the range or height of this one to reach the platform. So what you do is you get another supported platform and you line it up with the bottom right here and you put those down. Now, since you can't put supported platforms on top of supported platforms, you have to use the pillars. But when you use these normal platforms, when you use these, each single pillar can hold like, I don't know, like 10 of them or something like that. So you don't need as many of these pillars. And so I just, for ease of use, I just toss them down randomly every so often, and then I'll put the regular platforms on top. You know, if you're OCD'd, then you probably can figure out exactly how many, and you could put it exactly at the proper distance. But I just throw them down. I don't care. It's not, for me, it's not that important because that's not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is What I'm looking at is, did it come flat at the top? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's go ahead and we went down and we needed to actually, we came up and we needed to stay down. Let's get our, let's see if this is reach. I don't know if that's a pretty long distance. It may not reach. Will it reach? Holy shit, will it? It will. Damn. Okay, these rails go way further than I thought they did. Okay, let's go back up top, because remember, I want to use the rail corners so that I can just change direction immediately and it looks decent. It doesn't twist and look all wonkadoodle. All right, and I'm going to feed it from this end, so put that there. We're going to grab the rail too, and I'm going to look there, and I'm going to bring it right there. Okay, now I'm going to stand off to the side, and oh, I didn't count those. I don't know if those are 2 each, or if one of those is a 4. I got to go count. My OCD's got to go count. That's 4, so I can do 4, and that's 2, so I can do 6. And that's 2, so I do 8. So I got 8 smelters that I can put down. And then because I already know it's a 1 for 1, so I can do 8, 8 of the next level things. 8 fabricators. 8 smelters, 8 fabricators. You have no freaking way. Is that in between? Again? I know I lined that up. I know I lined it up. I specifically was looking. But I got a freaking gap right in between shit. Oh my lord, oh baby. And I don't have a core, so now I gotta go find a freaking meteor. Why do I like this game? There's a meteor right over here. Saving. I have no idea how I did that. I left just like a 8-block gap between them. Oh, there's another one right here. I'm going to take this one too. It's so freaking ridiculous. Okay. Let's get my drone out. That's literally all I've got. And it's all covered right there. The only thing I'm missing is like oh. Yeah. Woo-wee. So do I put it on? I'm going to put it on this side. To hell with it. Okay. That's so stupid. I'm such a dumbass. How did that work? I do not know. I thought I was pretty damn close to having that just perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we got to go get fabricators. And we're going to do like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough reforces. Oh, now we got to run all the way back home again. Oh, no, I don't. 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 Can I make... How much... What do I have? Got 113. I just need the power from over there. I just need power. Can I reach across the gap to get power? I just need the power. I just need the power. Give me the power. Frank! How are you? Hope you're doing good. Hope the week was well for you. Ta-ta! We have power. Okay. Alright, so we're going to let these mine a little bit, because we can just go hand jam a bunch more instead of running all the way back, picking up a bunch and coming all the way back here. I'm going to have to do that. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, I appreciate the crowd today. Thank you all for watching, stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate that very much, all of you. And the likes and the hearts and the populars and whatnot. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good, good, good. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm other than I'm slightly addicted to this game. Just a little bit. Just a tad. There are things that I can't wait for them to fix, but I'm still pretty addicted to this silly game. All right, Safirio, catch you soon. Get you some food, some water. Just do that, and we'll be back. We got a little bit here. Okay, so 3. So we're gonna bebop over to the iron. We'll cut through our underneath. Oh no! I'm not leaving now. No, I'm sorry. Did I make everybody think I was leaving? I'm not leaving now. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Appreciate everybody stopping by, saying hi's and hellos, and dropping the likes and everything. We're getting this channel growing a little bit every stream. I love it. I love it. I don't think I've had a single stream where we didn't get 2 or 3 new followers. It's been fantastic. I have been so appreciative of everybody. That's not what I needed. I needed this. Okay. Let's go to the base. No, you guys have all been awesome. Everybody that shared the channel and became super fans. I'm still working on my super fans. And just another reminder, you know, as a group or as an individual, if you do $20, you get to choose my hair color. $40, we get to add in the beard. So keep that in mind. Okay, we got ourselves some more stuff to build with. Good deal. All right, we didn't have to run all the way back. Hey. Can I get lucky and jump up on this? No. All right, let's go stand right here. No, we're gonna stand in the middle, so this is easier. A space version of Subnautica. How is that? I'm just curious of how you're putting that reference together. Not that I disagree. I just I'm curious. We need fabricators. I love Subnautica. Subnautica was one of the first games I played on this channel, and probably will build. Building power supplies, crafting resources. Yeah. Why is that not letting me place that? Building can't be placed. It's just a freaking... It's doing that to me again. That's a weird little bug. Gotcha. Let's do just another save here. Subnautica is freaking a fantastic game. Let's go to the main menu real quick. The only thing, and I think I'm not the only one who has thought this, is Subnautica would have been absolutely the greatest if they would have had at least two people multiplayer, co-op piece to that. I think that game would have been, it had gone way higher on the rating scale if they would have done that. That's it. Now I do have, he hasn't been on lately, so I hope everything's okay, but Meatball of the Black Sheep, he says there's a mod out there. Now, I haven't looked it up, but there's a mod to make Subnautica multiplayer. So you could, and I can't remember if it's like multiple or if it's just at least single co-op. But you can, there is a mod that lets you do it. Now, I think a lot of people were like, okay, that's great. I'm going to wait for Subnautica 2 that actually has native multiplayer, but then Subnautica 2 just went into some kind of desperate hell of some sort. There's lawsuits and there's freaking developers and there's all kinds of insanity going on. Rhea, that's Tox. Isn't that Tox? So, however, if and when Subnautica 2 actually becomes live and released, we most definitely are playing it on this channel. 100% we're playing it on this channel. Yeah, Frank, it went through, it's in They were gonna release it. Let's see. They wanted to release Subnautica 2 on was it November or December into early access. And then some uppity CEO dorkwad came in and said, no, we're not doing that because the game isn't, it's not even remotely in a playable state. And then he fired the two original creators and developers of the game. And then it went into a big lawsuit deal because it just happened to be the time when those guys would get $1 million bonuses. So they weren't going to, because they had gotten fired beforehand, they weren't going to get their bonus that they were supposed to get. And then there was a lawsuit that said, hey, no, you're lying. The game was in a playable state. It was early access, and we deserve our bonuses, and you're being a prick. And I don't think that's been settled yet. I don't think that whole thing is even remotely close to being figured out. And so we've got a huge nightmare entanglement of just crap in every possible way right now with it. And so I haven't heard anything too new recently on it. So there's people saying that we're probably not even gonna see it in 2026. That's the rumor. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be fully true or not, but it right now it doesn't look promising. I think this CEO guy, I think he was expecting or doesn't quite understand the idea behind early access. I think he was legitimately expecting that the game was going to be actually playable, and so that's why he thought that the game's not even ready. Well, of course it's not, but again, to be a fly on the wall in those meetings and just to see what was being discussed would have been very interesting to be part of. Because is it really because it's broke, or is it because I got buttholes over there tearing stuff up? Okay, we're gonna put some new power over here. And we'll get this working, and then we've got to go over there and beat some stuff up. Yeah, I honestly think that one, the dude was trying to save money. I got a whole freaking, get out of here. I'm gonna have to get a turret over here. I think it was a CEO being a CEO. Spoonholder. I absolutely am addicted to this game, Spoonholder. I'm 100% supporter of this game. Again though, it is early access, but I'll be honest. You could do probably about 2 updates to this game, 2 good size updates to this game, and it would be a full game. Hands down. I mean, this game, it's just for an early access. It probably has more content and less bugs in it for an early access than just about any early access I've seen in the last 5 or 6 years. I mean, these Creepy Jar is, I mean, they're behind Green Hell, and Green Hell is a fantastic game as well. I think the story is ridiculously short, but felt the shortcomings. Power feels bad, the belts feel bad, and the research was lackluster. I don't. Again, I don't know. The last time that I fully paid for a completely released game was well, it was last year, but it was Dying Light the Beast, and you know, thanks to my viewers, I was able to get that game. But outside of that, I play a ton of early access games. I'll get early access games and I get them on sale. Other than Dying Light the Beast, I don't think I've paid over $25 for a video game in years. And when it comes to early access games that I have played, this one is it is phenomenal in comparison to a lot of the other early access games. It absolutely blows most of the other early access games away. I love Satisfactory. But see, you can't compare this game to Satisfactory. And the reason I'll say why is because, one, if you go back to, I don't know, 7 years ago or so, when Satisfactory was very first released as an early access game on Epic, on the Epic Store. It was Epic Store for the first year of its life. If you go back to that point, it had all of the same problems. All of the same problems. Its research was lackluster. Belts did not work very well. They didn't go in complete. You couldn't get them to line up very well. It had a lot of the same bugs. So that's why I say yes, Satisfactory, hands down, at this point is the king of factory games, in my opinion, hands down. But it took 7 years to get there. I fully believe if you give this game 7 years, it will be. If Satisfactory would be number 1, this game would be number 1.5. It would not even reach number 2. It would be 1.5. That's how good I think this game has the potential to be when they fix some of the bugs and they add in more of the content that they intend. They get the story put together. They get the end game put in here. There's not a lot of, you got to understand, Christy's on here. My wife is on TikTok right now. She'll vouch for it. There are not very many games that I say this about. It is a very, very few games that I ever wholeheartedly recommend, and I am all behind this game. Again, early access, like it came out like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I've got a couple hundred hours in this game now already, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of other people out there too that the Angus is right. I mean, there is a lot coming to this game. And again, if you compare apples to apples, okay, Satisfactory, the pinnacle of factory games, in my opinion, to where it was when it first released, to this game as it's first released, man, they're on par. So I'd say, you know, don't throw it out just yet. Don't bash it too much. Let's get a couple of let's get a couple of releases out, give them a chance to finish some of the bugs, get a first couple update or two out. I think your whole opinion about this game it'll really change. I really do. I really do. Oh yeah. From the demo that they put out on it, the free demo and stuff that they dropped for it, there was a huge update, and then they did a critical bug fix last week, um, and so yeah, so no, there's this game's got a lot coming. I mean, it really. I am so impressed with what Creepy Jar has done, and again, I love their previous work. Green Hell was a great game. If you like survival games that are like literally survival games, like you can get leeches and you can get bee stings, and you have to treat all of those kind of things like that. Yeah, it's a great survival. Green Hell is a great survival game. I love that game a lot. It can wear you out though. That's the only downside about that one, is it can wear you out because of the amount of stuff that you have to deal with, scraps and scratches and leeches, and your mental health matters. So if you don't build a better shelter, then your mental health goes down, and if you don't eat or cook decent food, your mental health goes down, and that game. So when it comes to survival, that game really, whew, it works you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to bug fixes. I'm looking forward to the first update. I think there's going to be, this game's got so much potential, and it's going to be a fantastic game. And Creepy Jar's put out good work, so, and they listen to the community. So I really think that this game's it's gonna explode. It'll be an overwhelmingly positive, just like Satisfactory will be when it gets updated. I have not. Okay, so I want to Spoonholder. I want to go back and answer your piece. I have not played the game that you were mentioning. I have. Let's go over and do this real quick. I have. I've seen it, but I haven't played it because typically on this channel, it's more survival games, survival zombie kind of games is typically what I play. But I couldn't resist this one. I like Satisfactory, and I thought this game looked really fun, and it had. They do have some real big like bonus things to this game that I wish Satisfactory had done, and so I was like, I got to give it a whirl, got to try it out, and then I've found myself addicted, and been playing it during the day. My nighttime streams, my evening streams are all about 7 Days to Die and zombie games. Okay, did we get them? We got them. Okay. All right, we've got that reset. All right, Spoonholder. Thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate you. Angus, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, the pull system. So that's a thing that is, I think that's a piece that has messed people up when it comes to this game. I don't think people were prepared or understood what a pull system was, and that threw people off, especially for, when Factorio, Satisfactory, Alchemy, something or other that Spoonholder mentioned. They're all push systems, so you've just got stuff lined up waiting to be used, and it's honestly easier to know, oh, I can add one more item to my factory line because I've got, my whole conveyor belt is packed waiting for stuff, and so it's easier to see what's going on that way. When you do it like this, It's not quite as easy to tell if I'm being very efficient. And you have to be okay with that. Oh, it's doing it again. It's wanting to be all wonky. This is the first time I've experienced this weird little bug where it just in the middle of playing, the rail doesn't want to line up anymore. That's really weird. We're gonna quit all the way back out because that's driving me bonkers. Give me just a second, because that's the first time I've run into this. That's being it's being a little. That's a little. Do I have a? Is there an NVIDIA update? God, I hope not. Okay, no, there's no update. Come across one where it drops the rail altogether. That's interesting. No, I haven't come across that one yet. Oh, okay. Yeah. As soon as I get in here, I'm trying to make sure that it's all validated real quick. And then go back in, because sometimes it does that. I'll be honest though, there's not. I haven't come across too many bugs. I mean, really, there's. I think this is maybe the second, maybe the third one that I've seen. But again, it also depends on, It also kind of depends on if you consider going through the rocks, or your materials going through other rails. I don't know if that's a bug or not. I don't know if that's intended to be that way, but that's one of the things that I've run across is you could put your rails really close together, like one rail here and one rail could be right here, and the item running on the rail will just pass through the other rail. I don't know if that's intended. I don't. But I don't mind it doing that, so that may be a bug that I could live with, because doing it any other way, the 3-split glitch at times. Well, and that's the thing, like the 3 rail where they change, they switch the rails at the rail point. I got a little air in my room here. That's one that I don't like, because it's one that, to me, it's gonna break my. It breaks my my separation, and that drives me bonkers. Yeah, so what I did in a different game. I'll show you in a second, real quick. Let me just get through this rail line real quick and get these pointed on their way out the door. I want to put at least one. Let's get at least one rail. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, I don't like that. Screw it, we'll do that. So the one that's being mentioned is if you have a multi-rail like this, at these points right here, not on the rails the rails themselves, but at these points, I have. Matter of fact, I'll just do another one here real quick, and it'll just like so. I've got a rail here, and I go to here, and I just want it to run from point A to point B. I'm not trying to, I don't want them to switch rails. I don't want them to do anything. I just want one resource to come in here and one resource to come in here, and I want them to stay separated all the way to the point, because when I get to the end point, I'm going to take these and go one way and these and go the other way. Well, right now, what they do is when they get to these pillars, they'll switch rails back and forth. They'll jump across the rails. So it'll jump rails over to here, and then it'll go down here, and it might jump rails back. And you're like, what are you doing? It's not like a railroad track where these are crisscrossing or anything. They're three separate lines, and somehow it jumps back and forth. And I know that's a known bug. It's not supposed to do that. So I can't wait till they fix that, because my other game is driving me nuts. I'm using it to split resources around, and it's all jacked up right now. So that's the bug. That's the one bug I've come across so far. All right, so we need to this needs to go over there, but we're a little bit of a ways from a rupture. We're probably at least. Oh no. It's coming. You see how it's growing? That's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Look at how that does that. That was just, yeah, okay. We got a rupture coming pretty soon. Okay, so we need to go over there, and we need to make iron plates or titanium plates. That's the next thing. Then we need to bring them here so we can run both over to the other deal. So how many are we making? We're making 8. We're making 8 a second. So we need to make 8 a second over here. Let's see. We're not going to get this done today. That sucks. We're not going to get it done today. Okay, what do we got? I don't want to use those. Yep, my habitat's right there. Super close. It's right there. We're not losing it. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one right here, because that is 8 on its own. And if I pull that over here, then I can build this going that way, and I can make it easier on myself. Oh, you hear it? I heard the rumbling. The color's changing. Oh, we're about to get it. It's about to come on down. Oh, we're about to get it. It's coming. Okay. All right, let's just do this real quick. I want you to be right there. Okay. So we're bringing that down. Do I have a second story on this? I don't have it. You know what? Let's do this. Let's be fun. There. Wave warning. We're about to see a wave. About to see a StarRupture. 14 seconds, 12 seconds. 6 seconds for a wave. Garrett, welcome. Just in time to see a star rupture. Whoosh. There it is, there it is. So now all of the bugs and all the vegetation are wiped out. And then when it cools off, you have 2.5 minutes. I think it's like 2.5 minutes. 2.5 or 3 minutes that you can go explore, and you don't have to worry about the bugs, and you don't have to worry about some of the other stuff. And so that's a good idea. I haven't quite got to the point. The one base that I was the closest to, that I was really starting to, or the one game that I was getting that close to. I don't have any food. I'm in trouble. Let's get our added items there. That one's still working. Okay, so now it cooled off and I can go outside. Well, we're going to run over here because I want to show some of you who maybe don't know, when this happens. So all of this stuff got burnt off. So there's some items like drones or dead bodies and stuff that you can't, usually it's hard to get to without the wave hitting. And then there are these items over here. Come on, you can get your stuff built up better. Come on. That over here, where I had to build around it, is a cave. Let me put this back on. My light. You come over here, and these right here, they have vegetation over the top of them. But when the wave comes through, the flame burns everything away. So then you go down inside of them. And sometimes there's bodies that you can loot or story information. Gotta wait for that to grow. But there is this blue stuff, which I've already been in here, so I've taken it. I've done all this one. But there's some blue stuff that you can mine that is used for later game updates and upgrades and stuff. Yeah, I've been in here. This is not going to grow back. I thought that was going to grow back. So that's a limited amount. That's interesting. But you have these that you can't get to. And if you happen to be in there right at the end of it and it starts growing back, you can shoot this little red heart looking thing in the center and it'll pull all the vines back. So like right now is the only time I can build on these sulfur deposits. And the only time that you can really get away with coming in here without taking damage. The crystals seem to take a while to come back. Every other burst. Okay. I usually go in it and then I don't mess with it again. Is there another body in here? No, there's not. Okay. All right, we're out of here. We got to go back and get some food and do some other stuff. And we're getting right up on our 3-hour mark here. Yeah, I figured that, yeah, we're Water, I'm dying. And I don't have any of my stuff here. And end of shift. All right. Safirio is about to go become addicted to a video game. All right, we're going to make the run back to the main base so that we can sort out some food and we can get our inventory kind of figured out and get some more building materials. And then we will be back tomorrow. Oh, shit. No, tomorrow was Saturday. Video game addict since 1985. Papa, hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Garrett, if I hadn't said it, welcome. And thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Tomorrow. What are we gonna no tomorrow is family shenanigans in the evening. Christy and I started a game of Raft, so it's going to be up to her if we play Raft or if we pick up on our game of StarRupture. She was having problems with the game. It wasn't letting her connect very well. We sorted that problem. If you're playing multiplayer with StarRupture, you want to have it on an SSD, not on a normal old school hard drive. That's what we found out. Makes a big difference. So we'll let Christy decide. Either it's going to be Raft tomorrow evening around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Christy and I play together on Saturday nights. Or we'll be picking up in our Satisfactory game, which we are way further along. We're almost to the point of going to the world engine. So we're getting way further along in that game. So if you want to see some of that end game stuff, come check it out. Well, Roman, stop by. We're playing that here in an hour. But there really is no such thing as every single mission for the trader in 7 Days to Die. He constantly will just keep spitting you quests and missions to go do until you just continue to get your butt kicked so freaking hard you can't complete any of them. It is 7 Days to Die is a continuous game. You just keep playing it until all of the enemies are so difficult and so far along that you can't win. They're just kicking your butt all the time. And that it does get to that point if you keep playing it that long. Hopefully here in version 3, it's either 3 or 3.5 of 7 Days to Die, the story will be in there. But they got raiders, human raiders that they're going to add to the game. What else do they got? Human raiders they're adding to the game. Oh, I did pick up some food. Lucky me. They've got some new mission types that they're going to add in. They've got they've got the actual story that they're adding into the game as well. So they've got a lot coming in 7 Days to Die still. All right, well, hey. Oh, then you're not playing it on a hard enough level, Safirio. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Nope. If you're beating 7 Days to Die at over day 149 on insane difficulty, then I'm gonna call you my man. But I don't think you're playing on insane difficulty, are you? Every time I think I'm good at 7 Days to Die, I just up the difficulty, and then I feel like a chump. You might be, though. I know there's some heroes out there. Are you really? You are a god. All hail Safirio and 7 Days to Die. Insane permadeath, and you're on day 437. That is crazy. Okay, you're one of the rare people in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce you into one of the rarest people in the world when it comes to playing 7 Days to Die. Hey, Roman, come back in an hour, and we'll talk 7 Days to Die while we're in game, and we'll see what we can figure out with some of what you're doing and what's going on. So we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back in 1 hour and 5 minutes with 7 Days to Die on insane difficulty, and we are in the snow biome. I think we will hit day 42 horde today. I think we'll be really close. If not, we'll be really close. So for this game, we'll be back. We'll be back with this game probably not until Tuesday. On this game, we'll finish our heat shield, and then we'll move on to some of the other fun stuff. We're gonna have to do some going and looking though, because that's heat shield. We'll have to get a stator set up. We need to have the stabilizer part done. We'll have this one finished here shortly, and we don't have the chemicals recipe and whatnot set. We haven't found that recipe yet, so we've got quite a few recipes, blueprints, stuff that we need to find in the game. We need to go find the stabilizer, because that's a big one that we need to get the levels moving. We got to go find these three here: chemicals, electronics, and synthetic silicone. We need the hardening agent. We need to get a bunch of our sulfuric acid stuff done and set up. So we've got a ways to go in this game. We'll be back with this game though. This playthrough Tuesday, noon U.S. mountains, 2 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be back actually as a channel tomorrow afternoon about 4 o'clock. It'll either be Raft or it'll be Christy and I playing our save game of StarRupture. We are closer to end game, so if you want to see closer to what the end game looks like, you'll want to stop by and see it then. And tonight, here in an hour, we'll be playing 7 Days to Die in survivalist difficulty. We're in the snow biome, getting our asses kicked. So it's a lot of fun. Stop by, say hi, and we'll see you then. So wherever you're at, hey, for now, have a great day, and we'll catch you in about an hour. If not, we'll see you when we see you.